Valley Club, we were waiting for the announcement of the anniversary fusion. And as expected, this guy is looking very, very good. We're going to talk about the kit for this champion, where the champion feels useful, and what you need to do to prepare for the fusion. It is coming next week. And if you're ready for all of that, you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin Raid channel. I'm ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're ready for the fusion that is coming up next week. Yeah, this looks to be a good one, especially with the new token system for the fusions. I don't think I would not recommend skipping any of these fusions, especially the ones that you do get tokens for. The classic fusions, the mixed fusions, the fragmented ones. I guess it was revealed that we don't get tokens for that, but this guy's gonna be a classic fusion. We're talking about his kit, and if you do get some value from today's video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new Raid Shadow Legends video goes up on a normal week, at least 6 pieces of Raid Shadow Legends content. But before we get into the next fusion, I do want to remind you about the free champions you can get. This guy, Ezio Auditore from the Assassin's Creed collaboration, and you can get him for free for logging in for 7 days. And if you use that link that is in the description or that QR code that just popped up, you'll get all the great bonuses that you see on the screen. You'll get Narma right away. She's a great choice for clan boss, which is one of your most important goals, I think, as a new player. You'll get some great epics along the way. You will get Ezio after 7 days, but as soon as you have Narma in your account, enter one of these codes to get another great legendary champ for free. You can only enter one, and it does need to be done within your first 24 hours. I think the best choices for clan boss progression would be to get Turvold. You could get him with the big dog code. Cheshire Cat is pretty good. He's going to be a better champ in other game modes as well, but you can get him with a kitty cut code. And Razzleback is also a great clan boss champion. You get him with a go fast code. You can enter one of these, but you can only enter one, and it does need to be within your first 24 hours. Let's go over into hellhades.com, where we see the reveal for the new fusion. Pelops, the Victor. A new fusion is on the way Thursday, March 5th, so next week it is coming, so start to prepare right now. We'll talk about what are some of the resources that you need to prepare for a classic fusion. This will be a classic fusion. He's going to join the Argonite faction, legendary spirit HP champ. He's bringing heavy control, strong protection, built-in punishment for enemies who attack him. He does some counterattacks and applies some pretty nasty stuff if you have his accuracy built up. We're going to talk about how much accuracy you probably want for this guy, but he's going to be a legendary HP champ, so HP-based spirit champ. He is from the Argonite faction. He is a spirit affinity, and he's affinity. He's built to absorb pressure, so he is very sustainable. Control enemies. He does have a few control elements in his passive and his normal kit as well, and protect his team through layered defensive tools. He crowd controls with team protection. He has a magma shield that applies taunt, reduces incoming damage for allies through his passive. At the same time, he punishes attackers HP burn and petrification, which makes him dangerous to hit. His kit reward teams that want to go second and absorb pressure before turning on to the fight. All right, but let's jump forward with his kit. Let's actually go down to the passive, because that is what I think is the most interesting. So this champion is immune to stun, HP burn, and petrification debuffs. So you can't stun him, you can't land an HP burn on him, and can't be petrified. Whenever an enemy attacks this champion, 100% chance of placing an HP burn on that enemy for 2 turns. This is where accuracy may matter. May not need it in the rest of this kit if you have someone else applying the HP burns, but that'll happen for 2 turns. The chance decreases to 50% if this champion is under a decreased defense debuff. It will occur once per skill, so as long as you can clear that or resist that decreased defense, well, that HP burn stays at 100% landing chance, assuming you pass that accuracy chance. Also, whenever an enemy attacks a champion, 50% chance to place a petrification debuff on that enemy for 1 turn. Goes down to 25% if this champion is under a decreased defense debuff. So you want to remove those debuffs, either have enough resistance or have someone that can cleanse these debuffs, because those counterattacks get nastier and nastier if he's not under that. His resistance, his aura is resistance in all battles by 60. And let's move on to his A1, the Triumphant Blow. Actually, let's go to the A3. You're probably opening with the A3. It's going to start. It's called Victor's Bounty. It places an increased attack and a magma shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. The value of the magma shield is equal to 30% of this champion's HP, which is good because his damage is based on his HP. So the bigger HP, the more damage he's doing, the bigger the Magma Shield is doing. And going back into the game, it's exactly what Magma Shield does. The champion's HP bar is reinforced with a Magma Shield, indicated by the number of turns. Damage is calculated as normal, but the first applied to Magma Shield, unless the taunt is stated to ignore shields, when the Magma Shield buff expires, the value of the Magma Shield reaches 0, the buff is removed, and further damage is applied as normal. When the damage is dealt to Magma Shield, it is first applied to Magma Shield, then an equal amount of damage absorbed back is dealt back to the attacker. So kind of a reflective thing with that Magma Shield. So it could be pretty debilitating if you get that on you and you're doing the big attack and you're like, oh, that damage reflected back, especially if it's like a big glass cannon. All right, let's go back into the kit there. But that is what this character does. The passive effect: decrease the damage all allies receive by 20% when this champ is not under a decreased defense debuff. So he has a passive on his A3. Very, very, very nice. I like that Magma Shield, but it gets even better. On the A2, he's going to attack one enemy, will ignore 50% of the target's defense. The target is under an HP burn debuff, and he will get that with counterattack. So that's why that Ghost second team is good. But you could also reduce the accuracy that you need for this character. If you have someone else on the team that can place the HP burns. Now, as far as the accuracy, he has low accuracy. You're probably not going to be able to place this petrification, but with enough accuracy, but you'll still get these HP burns from your other characters, and then you could have less defense, or you're ignoring more of the defense. Damage increases. The inflicted by this skill increases 10% for every turn remaining on any debuff. So if you have someone that could increase the duration of debuffs on the enemies, well, that could be a lot of extra damage, a lot of extra damage that you are getting as well. Stacks up to 200%, so you could get a pretty big thing there. Seems very much more geared to PvE content, where you could stack up a lot of debuffs on that. At least at my level, I don't see a lot of stacking debuffs on PvP content, but yeah, looks to be a very strong champion. The damage inflicted by this skill is 50%, is less. If the damage inflicted by this skill is less than 50% of the target's max HP, steals buffs on targets, places a stun debuff on them for 2 turns, and these effects cannot be resisted. The target is under an HP burn debuff. So if you got that HP burn, at least for this move, you don't need accuracy if you get that HP burn from someone else. So looks to be very strong. The cooldown goes to a 3-turn cooldown when fully booked, and also the damage increases a little bit more with this. With the A2, the A3, the cooldown goes to a 3-turn cooldown, and also increase the value of this shield by 20% when fully booked. So yeah, this is gonna be a good shield. 50% when fully booked, 50% of the targets of the champion's max HP. All right, the A1 attacks one enemy, 75% chance of placing a 50% decrease in attack debuff for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted or blocked. The target is under an HP burn debuff. So yeah, the only thing you're missing out on is that petrification if you build them with low accuracy and build someone else that's applying those HP burns. And as you build this up, increases the chance to apply the debuff by 25. So it goes to 100% when fully booked. Replace that 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. Not going to be resisted. So I guess there's 2 options with this champ. You could either build them up with a lot of accuracy, or a decent amount of accuracy, enough to place those HP burns and that petrification when he's attacked, or you just sacrifice the accuracy, increase the damage that he could do, increase the crit rate, increase his HP, because that'll also increase the damage, because it looks like his damage is based on HP. But there's the other way to build him. Maximize the damage and just have someone else place the HP burns, more damage. The less accuracy you need, the more stats you can put into that damage. So this champ looks very, very good. As far as the ratings on hellhades.com, he does have a 4.5-star rating. Looks to be a strong champ. And the areas that he is initially viable in, and these are just initial ratings because, of course, we don't have the full data for him, but sounds like a great Chimera champ. Some of the debuffs he applies, the shield and everything, looks like it can complete some trials for Chimera. Obviously great for Demon Lord, especially because that is a boss that could stack up a lot of debuffs. If you have someone that's extending those debuffs, you could have a lot of extra damage from this champ. Spider seems to be very good as well, and okay in Arena. So not like some of these previous anniversary champs that we've got the past 2 years. Not as good as Fabian in arena. Fabian's more of a reduce the cooldowns of or increase the cooldowns of your attack. Try to go before the enemy. This says go second character and has a lot of value, probably for wave content as well in faction wars. But arena not as good. And the previous to Fabian was Armand, who's also a great arena lockout champ. But yeah, this guy looks to be great. I am definitely going for this guy. A couple reasons I'm going for this guy. One is we only have one Argonite in the game, so he's going to be probably the best Argonite support champ and good damage dealer as well. Plus, with the new fusion tokens, definitely going to go for most of these classic and hybrid / mixed fusions. We're not going to get any of these tokens for fragment fusions, but we will, and we're not going to be able to switch out fragment fusion champs as well. But for normal fusions, which this guy is, we're going to get some we're gonna get a fusion token if you manage to complete the token. So what do you need to do if you want to prepare for this guy? Well, you're gonna need shards. Every fusion there is a summon rush. You're gonna need about 5 to 7 sacred shards and a bunch of ancient shards or mystery shards for the champ chase that also follows as well. Silver, there's usually 3 dungeon or 3 gear enhancement events during a fusion, so you're gonna need a bunch of silver, about 20 to 30 million silver saved up, or a bunch of equivalent artifacts or accessories that you could sell for that. Energy, you're gonna need a bunch of it. Usually I try to have at least 1,000 gems or equivalent amount of energy for that going into fusions. You need to save a lot of experience brews. This is one of the ones that you're gonna need 16 copies of the rare. You're gonna have to fuse them into the epic copies, and then those epic copies are gonna go into this legendary. So an example of that is kind of these right now. So these are epics, but you're gonna need epic here, and epic here, and epic here, and epic here. You're gonna need 4 of whatever the rares are that you need, and that will be able to fuse into the legendary champ for Pelops, the new character there. And also potions, you're gonna need to build them up. You're gonna need to ascend the rares. You're gonna need to ascend the epics as well. So you're gonna need to have as much of those as possible. We don't know the affinity of the rares or the epics, so I would advise just saving as much of these as you can. You can start to build these up while the event is going on and just farm those dungeons there, but I like to be prepared for all this stuff. So I would start saving all that stuff if you have access to all that stuff. Valley Club hopefully did get some value from today's video, and if you did, leave the video a like. Check out some of the other videos on the channel as well. And of course, if you want to start that brand new raid challenge account, use that QR code up there to get all the great bonuses that you see on the screen down below. And Ezio Auditory, the collaboration is going away on the 8th of April, so make sure you have at least 7 days before that collaboration ends so you can get him for free. And then if you wait, if you start to log in right now, you will get those 14 days of getting that 5-star perfect soul for him as well. So you probably should start an account now if you're going to start an account. But that is it, guys. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck with Pelops, Hulk Fist Bump, ValleyFlyin out. Take care, guys.